Folks, welcome to a brand new episode of DDZ. It has been way too long. No excuses, no regrets. I'm your host, Degenerate. We got Ty B, Meerkat in the building. Meerkat, love the parlay fodder cap right now. But it is a Buffalo Sabres game night. And this time in sports right now is arguably one of my most favorite. You got MLB opening day tomorrow, Final Four this weekend, and then the Masters next week starting Thursday. Pretty crazy, but don't forget the Valero Open tomorrow, teeing off around 8:25 in the morning. Show sponsor, Manscaped. Get to manscaped.com, 20% off using promo code Trainwreck. Meerkat, look at that. What is that stuff?
This is the ball deodorant from Manscaped, and let me tell you, first thing I use after I get out of the shower, towel off, before my actual deodorant, before I brush my teeth, throw on some ball deodorant. It's the best way to start your day. Take my word for it.
And the best way to start this evening is let's start talking about it's a Buffalo Sabres game night. Guys, it's getting to the point where how the hell do you cap these games other than fading the Sabres? But tonight, this game tonight reminds me of a Premier League matchup with like Sheffield and Fulham. This is like the Sabres are playing to not get relegated, to not have records belong in their name. That's what this game reminds me of, Ty B.
Yeah, and as much as I don't want them to set the record, this team is a record-losing bunch. I think they're going to set it tonight. I don't think they have any chance of winning this one. They're struggling to score. They're struggling to play a full 60-minute game. And you saw it just two nights ago where you get a 3-0 lead, and that's not good enough because you can't come out and play your hardest in the third period. They absolutely take their foot off the gas all the time. It's a holdover thing from, while Ralph Kruger was coach. It's been a problem for the last 4 or 5 years since they started trying to win again, and I don't think it's going to get fixed tonight. I'm probably taking Flyers on that puck line, -1.5, getting it, some good plus value there, like plus 120 or so.
Some of these numbers with the Sabres right now are absurd. You saw Steve Dangle tweet how we are on a worse pace if it was an 82-game season than the tank year where we were actively losing, which is just a joke, and like a way, way worse pace. And I sent you guys the graphic. Some guy did the math. This entire losing streak for the Sabres, it's a losing streak, not a winless streak. I don't care. They haven't won. But if you would have taken $100, bet it on the first game of the losing streak, and just kept rolling over your money going into last game, you would have been up $74,000 with just off of $100 a month ago betting against the Sabres, and then that means you would have taken the 74 the other night and put it on the Flyers. It's over $100,000 right now. You'd be up from your $100 fading the Sabres. But have I been? No. Every night I tell myself, this is the night they're going to break it. This is the night they're going to win. If I bet on them to lose, they're just going to win. It's classic Meerkat-Buffalo relationship, and I'm just kicking myself for not fading them.
And once again, though, part of this to blame is New York State and still not having legal mobile betting. It's not easy, to get there to the creek every single day, every single Sabres game night. And at the same time, sometimes you get to the creek and you just have to be so laser focused where you know what I mean? Sometimes I don't know if you guys have this kiosk paranoia. There's people around you. You don't know how much time you got. You're trying to get your bets in. And so, at the last second, you want to change your play, do this, do that.
Yep.
I just want to sit back on my couch after I talk to you guys right now and hammer Meerkat's parlay or hammer Ty B's play of the night. That's what I want to do. So part of it is
we all do.
Yeah. So
it's what we all want. It's absolutely ridiculous. And, we keep hearing all these things from the state that they want to put in all these regulations and this and that to look out for, the people. And what they're doing right now is harming the everyday bettor because they're not able to put in the bets at opportune times. If you're at work, you might miss out on a line that just releases and it might move a couple points and you have to bet it later on. Like there's so many little things that are giving the books an extra advantage, and they already have an advantage to start off with. So yeah, like New York State, like get your head out of your ass because you're just hurting us more and more, and you're making it so that these people are never going to want to go to the creek and bet after it's fully open. Like no one's going to want to go and sit in a sports book. Everyone's going to want to sit at home because they've just gotten hurt so many times over and over again, and they don't want to go in that place.
And Creek Degenerate brings up a good point. Starting goalies tonight, big time factor. My initial lean in this one was Allmark. starting for the Sabres tonight. I do like the under, especially after 7 goals last game, even though that game was 100% looked like it was going under going into the third period with a 3-0 Sabres lead. Somehow the game goes over. So Meerkat, I love the under tonight in the Sabres game.
You know me, I'm not touching totals unless the dart tells me to, but I can see tonight just being a nice little under night. Flyers really aren't anything crazy right now, and I don't think the Sabres score 3 goals again, to be honest.
And speaking of the dart, Meerkat, give us a quick update. I think it's 14-3 last 17, you said?
Yeah, it had the 10-game winning streak and then a quick 3-game losing streak. Had to humble itself, get a little reset there, and now we've railed off 4 straight. But I'm a little mad at it because 2 of those 4 of the past 4 have been parlay fodder. And I hate when the dart takes parlay fodder, but it's on the board. We take big plus money lines too. So I don't like the freebie wins there. Tonight it takes a nice little normal line with the Leaf Jets under 6.5. I mean, you told me you love that, Al. So Hopefully we get a good normal play, make it 5 straight.
And speaking of parlay fodder, I'm going to throw this in tonight. Where is it right here? Let's go. Here's my parlay fodder of the night. Avalanche money line. This is the first game at home with fans this year in Colorado. Love Colorado tonight. I mean, they had just I was at the kiosk today, and I'm like going to futures. It wouldn't let me get an NHL futures. I wonder why. to parlay
because
my
you're
Avs.
bankrupt if the Avs win because of you.
And Avs money line for sure. Love that play. And then I do like the Flyers team total in regulation to go under. I was surprised to see it at 3.5. I figured it would be 2.5. But in regular time, Flyers under 3.5 goals. It was trending that way last game. I really think it happens tonight, once again, in a relegation type game tonight, Tybee.
Yeah, Flyers have hit a bit of a speed bump so far this year, and you saw that in that last game that you were mentioning. I mean, the reason it's at 3.5 is because the Sabres are giving up an average of 3.5 goals per game. That's exactly why. But I'm going to get into my first NHL pick here. I think it's a little bit of parlay fodder. You can lay some juice, not too bad. Taking the Toronto Maple Leafs, minus 152 right now. Against the Winnipeg Jets. This is the first time Toronto has a chance to get knocked off from that top spot of the North Division all year. I think they're going to come out with a great performance. Looks like Jack Campbell should be in net. He's 6-0 so far this season, a .945 save percentage, 148 goals against average. So I like the Leafs tonight. They should be able to get enough goals. I love what Austin Matthews has been doing. He's absolutely phenomenal, creating tons of highlights throughout the season, and he continues to bury the puck. He does what he needs to do on a nightly basis for this Leafs team. I think they're going to get it done here tonight, Al.
Awesome. Meerkat, you got a lock tonight?
This isn't my favorite play of the night. I only got 2, but I got to pivot off of both of you guys. You're going to love this. I got a little parlay in the NHL. Avs minus 1.5, Maple Leafs money line, parlay plus 154 at the Creek right now. I think the Avs come out firing. You were talking about it's their first game at home with fans this year. They're on absolute fire, 9-0-2 in their last 11. One of those losses was a shootout loss, though, to the Coyotes. They're not going to lose 2 straight to the Coyotes. I think they kind of buried them.
Who was in net for Colorado that night?
Who was it? I don't even know, honestly.
Former Sabre?
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I love the Avs tonight. And then, Tybee said everything I was going to say about the Leafs. Jack Campbell's playing. He's been a godsend for them this year. The offense is heating up, and they need to win tonight to keep that hold of first place. So I think they clean up.
Yeah, another quick NHL game I like. I'm going to Vancouver today, even money, hosting the Flames. The Flames have been going south lately. They have not been playing well, lost 5 of their last 6 games. This is going to be their 4th game in 6 days. I like Vancouver here, 6-3-1 in their last 10. Both these teams are probably going to miss the playoffs, but if Vancouver can stay hot the way they have, 6-3-1, like I said, last 10, you keep that streak going the rest of the season, you might be able to make a push in that division to find yourself into that 4th playoff spot. I like Vancouver tonight, Al.
Awesome. Now, Meerkat, it's weird. We got no college basketball tonight. We got to wait until Saturday's doubleheader. You got anything in the NBA tonight?
Yep, that's where I'm going. This is my favorite play of the night, and it's a parlay, 2-team parlay. I like both of these plays straight up, both of the money lines, both of the spreads. I like straight up, but this is the safety net parlay right here. Just get some good free money heading into MLB tomorrow because we're going to be firing away. But Kings +4 against the Spurs, and then the Knicks money line against the T-Wolves parlay gets you a +191 there. The Kings are incredibly undervalued tonight. They're maybe the hottest team in the NBA. They've won 5 straight, 7-1 against the spread in their last 8. Just absolutely throwing points up on the board. They look great, and their last game was Monday night against the Spurs, who they blew out by 17 points. It wasn't even that close, really. The whole lineup is just scoring and being consistent for the Kings. Buddy Hield being a consistent scorer, Harrison Barnes hitting buzzer beater threes to win, and De'Aaron Fox, you know what he's going to be. Tyrese Halliburton, great rookie for them. So I think the Kings, they're plus money line tonight, +120, I believe. That line's moved down a bit because I think people are like, but Spurs have also crushed me a few times this year. Popovich and the Spurs are just a weird team, but they just bought out Aldridge, who was the core of that team there. Big moves for them. I like the Kings to get it done tonight, so that's why I gave it the +4 just to be safe because the Spurs have been frisky. And the Knicks money line against the T-Wolves. I mean,
free money.
The Knicks are good. They're catching heat. They're 4-1 against the spread on their last 5 on the road tonight. On the road at the T-Wolves, who aren't great at covering themselves. They're not great at scoring. They're not great at winning basketball games. They're going up against the ferocious defense in New York there. I like the Knicks.
Oh, Meerkat, it just reminds me of the last time we did a show. You faded the Spurs in San Antonio and took your Knicks. So it's all right. I'm just saying it makes me a little nervous.
Trust me.
I was just gonna say I'm taking the Knicks as well in this one. I'd like the -3.5 even. I think they should be able to get this one done. The Timberwolves have been bad this year. Karl Anthony Towns has been getting roasted on Twitter because he should keep his mouth shut when you're at the basement. I know Sabres players have learned it the hard way as well. But I love what Julius Randle's done, and IQ has been phenomenal. I think the Knicks are for real. If you put up 23, basically 11-6 over a full season, that is phenomenal all-star play from Julius Randle, really taking that next step into his game, sort of what everyone expected when he was drafted to the Lakers originally, and we're finally seeing that come to fruition in New York. I think RJ Barrett should have a nice performance here. I think the Knicks get this one done pretty easily, Meerkat.
Yeah, I love the Knicks, and I hate saying that, but they're proving themselves to be legit this year. They're catching heat, and when the Knicks are good, the NBA is better. So, go Knicks.
Awesome. And then, I know tomorrow we have like I said, the Valero Open starting very early around 8:25 Eastern time. Some picks I got in that one: Corey Connors, Keegan Bradley, Cam Davis, Lanto Griffin, and Mr. Answer. Those are some picks from my Golf Sharp. He's normally pretty good. Come Sundays, he usually has a couple in the mix, in the top 6, top 8. So I'm excited. It's a week before the Masters. And there's a lot of players playing in this tournament that need a dub to get an invite to the Masters. So this is always a fun golf tournament to watch. And guys, I don't know about you, but golf betting's turned into one of my favorite things to bet. It's just 4 days of nonstop action. Obviously, if you make the cut going into Saturday, but it's a great time. And excited to see what happens this weekend.
No, and I'm even more excited for opening day tomorrow, Al. Meerkat and I will be back tomorrow after 11, 12. So I guess noon, afternoonish, around then. We'll be breaking down the entire day's slate, plus talking some futures. And talking about futures, I'll give out one right now. I'm looking at that AL West. I really like the Athletics to win that division. Tons of great pitching, tons of great depth at all the positions. They've, shown it year in and year out that they're doing it right with that Moneyball system. AJ Puck, I think he's going to have a great season. Jesus Luzardo takes a step forward, and this team is going to be very, very dangerous. I really love them there, +145. I don't think the Astros have it anymore. And Angels, Mariners, no chance. Give me the A's all day.
Wow. And real quick, guys, we got Creek Degenerate popping in. Meerkat, I'm not sure if you were looking. Did you have any prop bets tonight in the NBA at all? I know that's probably one of the...
Nothing I was really looking at. I was looking at Jimmy Butler's PAR over. I forget what the number was at, but that was one I was looking at because I like the Heat tonight. They've been skidding a bit, but Butler's kind of came out with some words, taking that leadership role, and that's when he starts to take over games. and he can, throw it up in any stat category, whether it be points, rebounds, or assists. He can hit big numbers any given night. And so if he really wants to take over and get his team on the right track, that's what I was looking at, but nothing placed right now.
Okay. Awesome. Well, guys, once again, to everyone, thanks for joining us. Show sponsor, Manscaped. Get to manscaped.com for 20% off using promo code TRAINWRECK. And like Ty B said, him and Meerkat back tomorrow around 12:30 lunchtime, previewing a big slate of games tomorrow. And it's Ty B's Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees, 1:10 p.m. Eastern time. Ryu versus Garrett Cole, over under 7.5. And the Yankees are around minus 180, 182. You're going to get some value on the Blue Jays a lot this year. And there he is taking the bump in the Bronx tomorrow. So I'm excited. Opening day tomorrow, folks. We'll be back. See you then. Good night now. No. I mean, dude, it's the spinning. I hit it 10 seconds ago. Spinning. Guys.
If this was Chris Brogan, it would have